everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm already sure you know every single thing about the iPhone 12s since they were announced recently. Today, I'm going to discuss some of the things I dislike about the iPhone 12, like the horrendous things about them. I also made another video talking about what I do like about the iPhone 12, so you can check that out in the description below. Now, I am not a Samsung fanboy or an Apple hater. I absolutely love Apple, and I'm an Apple fanboy, but there are some sneaky little things that Apple did to the iPhone 12 that I didn't like. The first thing that I hate about the iPhone 12s is that the battery life of the iPhones is lower. So if you're comparing the iPhone 11s to the iPhone 12s, with all of the things that were looked over, the battery will be most likely significantly worse than the iPhone 11s. Now, we know this because Apple surprisingly did not even say a word about battery life anywhere at any time in the event. We have seen Apple commonly talk about battery life and this kind of brag about how much battery life has improved from one generation of the phone to the next. They mentioned this in almost every single MacBook event, saying they either increased the size of the battery or these phones have the same great battery life. They did not even mention that despite comparing the batteries to last year's phones. They just had the battery in like an overview picture of the phones that said great battery life. Even in the little overview picture, they didn't say the same great battery life or improved battery life or anything like that. That was something that was very sneaky to me from Apple. I was not expecting Apple to keep their mouths sealed about battery life at all. We know that even if the iPhone SE2, the iPhone SE second generation, its battery life is not that great, but they still mentioned all-day battery life. And it's also weird that a predecessor of a phone has better battery life than the latest one. That makes you think, why is it worth more money? Why are you spending that extra cash? I want that next generation phone to perform better, to look better, to have better cameras, and be a good improvement overall. Imagine if Apple this year says this year's iPhones have become significantly slower than the previous iPhones. We are also bringing back those old bezels from the iPhone 8, or the cameras are as great as the iPhone 3G. Imagine if Apple said things like that about their latest phones. Would you be okay with the latest phones being a downgrade? I'm sure that your answer is no, and my answer is no as well. We would all hate Apple for doing something like that. Battery life is one of the features where they cannot consistently improve over time. They can try their best by making software improvements and improvements to the processor, but the largest thing that would help will be the battery size. The bigger the battery size of the device, the better the battery life will be. Again, it's weird that Apple never said anything about it, and it will be lower for all of the phones. The iPhone 12 mini will not have an amazing battery life at all. Some people said it will be close to the iPhone XR's battery life or something. Don't believe those kinds of people. The iPhone 11 is for sure going to have better battery life than the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. And the iPhone 11 Pro Max will have better battery life than the 12 Pro Max. They said on their website it's going to be about the same, but it will be probably a bit lower because of that battery size. Once again, I am not an Apple hater. I love Apple and use Apple devices, but that is one thing that bothers me with the battery life, because they did it previously with the iPhone 10 and to the XS. They did it with the iPhone 7 to the 8. They did it again with the iPhone 6 to the 6S. So as you can see from the pattern, they do it often for most of the phones, but I wish Apple never did this sort of thing so we can have the same great battery life. So that's the first thing. The second thing I don't like about the iPhone 12 is a secret price increase for the base models. The higher end models' prices were not increased, which was strange, but with the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 mini, they actually did increase the prices of those phones. Whether you believe it or not, they actually did. First of all, for the 12 mini, if you're getting the unlocked model, it's not $699. It's not $699, but it's $729. But again, that iPhone 12 mini is not the successor to the iPhone 11. It's a new breed of the iPhone. Before that 6.1-inch iPhone, the iPhone 11, cost $699, but now that 6.1-inch model, the iPhone 12, costs $829. Like, how the heck did they go from $699 to $329. That is the most bizarre thing I have ever seen Apple do. That is over a $130 increase, including the taxes and fees. The iPhone 11 now does not cost $699, but it costs $599 brand new. But on top of that, the iPhone 12 has no accessories at all, except for that Lightning to USB-C cable that is included. And the iPhone 11 comes with a charger, earpods, and charging brick, has better battery life, and is way cheaper than that iPhone 12. Based on Apple's website, you can pick up the charging brick for $10 or $15 and $20 for the fast charging brick. The earpods are $30, so that's another price increase right there. I'm okay with the iPhone 12 not coming with those specific accessories, but don't just go and increase the price like that. Like, you count cash fast. Like, that was an extremely sneaky thing that I saw Apple do behind our backs. We all expected the iPhone 12 mini to be $649, a good and affordable price tag for everyone. And then if the iPhone 12 regular has been $749, that would have been some good pricing there. But no, Apple wants that cash, so they just rack up the prices like it's nothing. Last year was pretty good, and they made a decent phone at a lower price tag than the iPhone 11 Pros. But this year, Apple is doing something very weird by taking out the accessories and increasing the price. I mean, they have their environmental reasons and all, like, for doing that, but I just can't believe it. I mean, take a look at Infinix phones. Infinix is a phone brand. You're getting a phone that is almost as close as the S20 Ultra in specs, and you're getting an included screen protector, case, charger, and some other stuff for $200. And OnePlus is kind of on the same track, but their prices are higher. The power brick is not being included, and the power brick not being included was okay. But if you look at everything else that Apple did during the event, it was still very strange. I feel as if Apple could have done significantly better, and they could have been more clear with us. But if they kept the prices mostly similar for those lower-end models, with like a $100 or $50 increase here and there, it would be okay. Yes, you are paying more for a slightly better device, but if you look at the iPhone 11, that could have been a little bit better based on what your needs are. You are getting that charging brick, you are getting those earpods, and those Apple stickers, whether you use them or not. They have added costs for the device, and it feels good when you are purchasing a cheaper phone with them included, instead of paying more and not getting them in the box. That is very interesting, and I wonder what people will feel about this new change. Those are just a couple of things that I dislike about the iPhone 12 series. My rants were not really about the phones, because the phones are pretty good. When I mean the phones, I'm saying the battery life and the performance. It's mostly all the other factors surrounding the phone, such as the battery life, the price, the lack of accessories, and the decreased transparency from Apple. We can only hope for the best for the iPhone 13, and hopefully, I pray, the iPhone 13 brings a better battery. So that's it for the video, and what I don't like about the iPhone 12. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like and subscribe button, as every subscriber is special and does help the growth of my channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace out till then.